The autumn leaves have now carpeted the ground, and winter is coming. The trees drop all their leaves as a form of self-protection. While evergreen plants in cold climates have thick waxes and resins to protect their leaves from freezing, the deciduous trees have thinner leaves that are susceptible to the cold temperatures. Dropping their leaves helps them survive through the winter and gives them a fresh start for the spring. And the decaying leaves on the ground are recycled to help grow the next leafy generation. We don't have as many pretty trees on our property compared to how many they have in town. Maybe one day. Because winter has just begun. Nature has started sleeping, and because of the low temperatures there is frost in the air. Last year our garden suffered a lot during the frost, but I'm learning to look at winter in a different light now. Winter is the perfect time to be at home by the fire, drinking hot tea and spending time with family and friends. We have some friends coming to Chimney Creek Farm in about 4 weeks' time, and we have so much to do, but then I reminded myself that nature doesn't hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Most of the plants and animals are having their hibernation period, so winter is not full of bright colours, but the white frost is a bit magical, and it's beautiful all the same. We're quite lucky in Australia that our winters, we actually have a lot of light in Australia, and just about all year round. And even though it gets below zero here quite often, I wouldn't change it. The early mornings have a soft light that is just magical. The water in our trough has frozen over. Truffles got excited and jumped in for an ice bath. I think they said it got down to -2 degrees Celsius last night. Look at these big chunks of ice. Winter is a celebration of the beauty and wonder that can be found even in the coldest of times. And Truffles is our ice piranha. Truffles just turned 1 year old last weekend. Winter is the best time for plants and trees to relax and prepare for the next season. I just keep telling myself that they're just sleeping. Frost on the plants even helps them to accumulate how much strength they will need to grow and get recovered with young leaves and green leaves in the springtime. And hopefully the lemon verbena and the oregano are sleeping also. I can see a few little bits of oregano that are trying to come back through. The winter season does not mean that we won't enjoy the beauty of nature. There are still a lot of flowers and trees that love winter and can survive even when the temperatures are low. Most of the native plants that we got from the local indigenous nursery, Gunnama nursery, have done really well. We need to go back there and get some more, I think. Our strawberry gum is still going. And this loquat tree that we planted really seems to love the winter weather, and it has its evergreen leaves. It looks really healthy, and it serves as a reminder that not everything in the wintertime is sleeping, and you can still find real beauty in nature during wintertime. Our avocado tree is just sleeping, hopefully. It seems to have 9 lives. What are you doing there, Paul?
Just tightening up the mower blade. And look at that, brand new blade.
We bought a few more batteries to hook up to our solar panel and wind turbine because we were not being able to save as much power as we would have liked. So we'll see how that goes. The weather experts are actually predicting that it could be a higher chance than usual of having a El Nino event over the winter months this year in Australia. The oceans are warming, and they're saying that we could have a longer, warmer winter, and also that it's going to be drier than usual as well, so we won't get as much rain possibly. So I'm making some silverbeet balls for dinner tonight. I think we need to allow ourselves to slow down a little bit during the winter time, and it's okay if you need a little bit more sleep than you normally would. And I love our winters just as much as I love our summers for different reasons. They both have their benefits and challenges. It's just all about learning to live with the cycles of nature. I love it how here we can actually see all the changing of the seasons, and you can see and feel the transformations happening right in front of you. It makes every new day feel like an adventure. I also love rugging up for winter in a really warm jacket and a cozy beanie and maybe even gloves. I have a lot of memories of my mum trying to keep us super warm when we were kids. She would put us in really thick dressing gowns and flannelette nighties and wool socks. We were so rugged up, it was just very cozy and warm. She even handmade our knitted woolen socks herself. And my dad was always super strict about making sure you keep your chest warm when it gets really cold so that you don't get sick. So I guess you could say that I came from a family where we all like to rug up and keep really warm. So if you're new to our channel, hello and welcome. My name is Tina, and our family bought 140 acres off the grid in Australia almost 2 years ago now, and we dream of building a more sustainable life. We hope to be able to establish a cold climate food forest, but as you can see, it's been a bit of trial and error. We've got a few things started, but we still have a long way to go. If you saw our video recently, we inherited or we got donated a old carport that we might be able to turn into a chicken house or a greenhouse. So we're pretty excited about setting that up soon. And we also got donated some raised garden beds as well. We've also got an old window that we can frame into the wall of our outhouse as well. Hopefully we'll get some of the walls up on the outhouse in the next couple of weeks. There are so many reasons why these silverbeet balls are so good for you. So I believe that silverbeet is also known as Swiss chard in America and other countries. All the silver beet and fresh herbs in this recipe are packed with essential vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. And it tastes really yummy too. The nutritional yeast gives it a lot of vitamin B12 as well, and it's very like a cheesy flavour. If you've been following us along on our journey for a while, you know that my son had a lot of issues with allergies, and I had to make our food without any wheat or any cow's milk, so it was getting quite difficult to manage that. But we went to see the immunologist, and he's advised us that my son can have those things just in moderation. His allergies are mild enough that he can have them sometimes, so I'm not as worried now as I was about making sure we don't have those in our diet. I'll still probably try to use goat's cheese or goat's milk and other alternatives to cow's milk when I can still. So basically all the silver beet or Swiss chard, the onion, the fresh herbs, the garlic powder, the breadcrumbs, the cheese, the nutritional yeast all get mixed up together and rolled into balls and baked in the oven, or in our case we bake in the barbecue outside. And basically it's just a big ball of nutritional goodness. So this is what they look like when they're going in to get baked. I normally bake them for about 45 minutes or so. So this is what our spinach balls look like after we baked them for a while, and we had them with chicken pumpkins. Winter is also the best time of year to see the stars in the night sky. They are at their brightest at this time of year. And there is no light pollution out here in the middle of nowhere, which makes the sky so breathtaking, and why I love it so much out here.